I like BMWs. I like them so much that I bought 4 of them. I like how they look, I like how they drive, and I like the fact that they're rear-wheel drive. This car beside me is the BMW 2 Series Gran Coupe. It looks like a BMW, but there's something quite different about it. It's front-wheel drive. Does it even matter that it's front-wheel drive? Is it a real BMW? And is it worth your money? Let's find out. It may be called the Gran Coupe, but don't mistake this for an actual coupe. It's called the Gran Coupe because it has a sloping roof, and also you get frameless windows like on a regular coupe. But unlike a regular coupe, you get rear doors. So this is actually a sedan with a sloping roof. Also, it's called the 2 Series, but it actually has very little to do with other 2 Series models. It actually has more to do with the 1 Series and also the Mini. Like the 1 Series and the Mini, this has a front-wheel drive layout. We'll talk about that later. For now, let's talk about the styling. I think it's a very attractive looking car. This is my favorite angle. I think it looks aggressive, it looks sporty, and it looks youthful. No one's going to think that you borrowed their dad's luxury car if they see you driving this. I think it has a good balance of BMW's traditional design elements and also its newer design elements. Like other new BMWs, you get these bigger kidney grills, but they're bigger horizontally. They're not bigger vertically like on the 4 Series. So you don't get that Bugs Bunny look that you get on the 4 Series. You get a chrome outline with gloss black inserts. Unlike the 3 Series, you don't get active kidney grills here. These are always open. I like the headlights. They look aggressive, they look sporty. Of course, if it's a BMW, it has to have angel eyes.
Angel eyes. Angel eyes.
And I like the bumper. You get this aggressive front splitter. You get these intakes. It looks like it belongs to an M Sport model, but this is just a regular 218i Gran Coupe. From the side, it looks a bit different compared to your regular BMWs. Because the engine is transverse mounted, you get a shorter hood. I think it also looks a bit higher. Like this looks a bit high. And also this. Which makes the wheels look a bit smaller. By the way, these are 17-inch wheels wrapped in Bridgestone tires. From this angle, you can clearly see the sloping roofline. Also, like I said before, the doors are frameless. Okay, so here's the back end of the car. I love the taillights. They remind me of the 8 Series. Of course, they're LEDs. You get a single exhaust tip, and you get a faux diffuser. So I like almost everything about it. I'm just not sure about this line right here. Like, it looks like the bumper should start right here, but it doesn't. It starts over here, and you have this gap in the middle. So it looks like it's been lifted. But yeah, that's just me nitpicking. Taken as a whole, I think it's a very good looking car. And it definitely looks like a BMW, no matter what anyone says about it. I've been driving this for a couple of days now, and trust me, it will get you a lot of attention. Calm down, ladies. So in here you get 430 liters of cargo space. It's not a lot, but you should expect that from a small car like this. So in here, you get a 1.5 liter turbocharged engine. And unlike most BMWs, it is transverse mounted, meaning that it is horizontal. It is this way. On most BMWs, it is this way. And of course, that's because this car is front-wheel drive. So this produces 140 horsepower and 220 Newton meters of torque, which is quite a lot for a car of this size.
The 2 Series Gran Coupe gets BMW's next generation of interiors. So it looks similar to the 3 Series, the X5, the new X7. In terms of build quality, it is very BMW. Everything feels solid. Almost everything is covered in soft touch materials. This is soft touch. This is also very soft, as you can see. This is soft touch. This is soft touch. Okay, I wish this was covered in leather though. But at least it's soft. You get a leather wrapped steering wheel with aluminum accents. Of course, the steering wheel is tilt and telescopic. I like this accent over here. I like the fact that they didn't go the usual route by doing fake carbon fiber or gloss black. This looks nice, especially at night. You get ambient lighting here. Also here. So you get dual zone climate control. And of course you get BMW's iDrive. So you operate that by either using the knob over here and these buttons, or you can use the touchscreen. The knob feels very tactile. You get the satisfying click when you rotate it. And the screen is very responsive. This is a 9-inch screen. It doesn't get Apple CarPlay or Android Auto. You do get a reverse camera with active guidelines, as you can see. And you also get sensors all around the car. In here you have 2 cup holders. It's big enough for this water jug, as you can see. It's also a convenient place to store your lens. You also got this ashtray over here, which can also double as a place to store your coins. And you get a USB port over here. So in here you might think that you have a wireless phone charger, but it's actually not. That icon over there is quite deceiving. Anyway, it's a good place to store your phone, as you can see. Yeah, and you also get this little guard over here which prevents your phone from flying when you're accelerating. And over here you get a 12-volt outlet. The glove box is decently sized. Of course, it is dampened. So I love the seats. The 218i gets sport seats with adjustable thigh support. It also gets adjustable bolstering. So here at the back seat, legroom is pretty good. Headroom is okay. I can almost fit a finger here. I'm 5'8". Definitely if you're over 6 feet tall, you'd want to sit at the front seat. So down here you get 2 air vents. You get 2 USB-C ports. You get a center armrest with 2 cup holders. You also have plenty of storage here for water bottles. And you get map pockets. This may be front wheel drive, but you still get a pretty significant center tunnel over here. So if you're sitting at the second row, you have to sit like this. Also, headroom is a lot more compromised on the second row because you have this hump over here. So not the most comfortable seating position. Okay, so if I were driving a rear-wheel drive BMW, there would have been a bit of tail happiness going on there. But because it's front-wheel drive, you don't get that. Okay, so the question we asked at the start of the video was, does it feel like a BMW? And does it matter that it's front-wheel drive? In terms of refinement, in terms of ride quality, it definitely feels like a BMW. The ride quality is pretty good, the sound insulation is pretty good. Everything that I can touch feels very nice. And everything that I see here looks very nice, so you do get that sensation that you're in something special. In terms of driving dynamics, I'd say when you're on roads like this, when you're in the city, you won't even be able to tell the difference if you're driving a front-wheel drive BMW. And even if it's front-wheel drive, it's not at all boring to drive. It actually feels more nimble than the 318 than the 318i that I reviewed. This has 140 horsepower. The 318i has, I believe, 150, and this is a lot lighter.
In 200 meters, turn left.
So yeah, the steering definitely feels BMW. It's very sharp, and it provides, and even if it's electronically assisted, it provides feedback. It doesn't feel completely numb. You won't really notice that you're driving a front-wheel drive car until you get into a corner and you step on the gas, because you don't get power oversteer. So in most BMWs, if you step on the gas on a corner, you'll get the sensation that your rear end is being pushed, and if you step on the gas enough, the rear end will slide out. So on this car, if you step on the gas, you get a bit of understeer, and sometimes you get a bit of torque steer. But these are things that you don't really notice unless you know what you're looking for. You can't drift this car, but I don't think that's one of the main reasons why people buy BMWs, right? You have 3 different drive modes here. You have Sport, Comfort, and Eco Pro. So in Eco Pro, the start-stop function is a lot more aggressive. Like right now, the engine is off, and I'm not consuming any fuel. So in Sport mode, the throttle response is a lot sharper. In Eco Pro, it almost feels underpowered. It feels a lot more sluggish. And sometimes when I have to cross intersections, I have to put it in Sport mode because it just won't accelerate quickly enough when you're in Eco Pro. Okay, so the engine is off again. Just a minor complaint. The start-stop function is a bit too aggressive sometimes. Like, it turns the engine off before I even come to a complete stop. And that can be a bit annoying in stop-and-go traffic. If you don't like it though, you can turn it off here. So in Eco Pro, the car can be very fuel efficient. I drove this car to Tagaytay and back, and I averaged 22.5 kpl, and that's in Eco Pro. In the city with Eco Pro turned on, I got about 9.6 kpl, which is pretty good. I really like the thigh support. It minimizes the weight on your heel, and it distributes the weight of your leg more evenly. I wish it had lumbar support though. That's the only thing that's missing on these seats.
So does it matter that it's front-wheel drive? I think for most people, it shouldn't. Unless you're driving it really hard, you won't even be able to tell the difference. With the front-wheel drive issue aside, it has the build quality of a BMW, it has the looks of a BMW, and it has the presence of a BMW. Now as for the price, the official sticker price for this is 2.9 million pesos. And at that price, it's a little too close to its bigger brother, the 3 Series. And if you were to ask me, I would take the 3 Series over the 2 Series Gran Coupe. But currently, BMW is offering significant discounts for the 2 Series Gran Coupe. You can now buy it for 2.5 million pesos. And at that price, I think it's a very attractive value proposition, at least for a luxury car.
Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on my next video.